Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show. So on Saturday, a bunch of us all got together and watched an entire anime in our pajamas with waffles. Try not to be jelly, because you too could do this very thing. All it takes is Bisquick and good streaming program. Although Crunchyroll did decide that it was gonna freeze at the most hilarious moments. Man, you cannot beat streaming in HD. That's the best. So for gaming news, new PlayStation Store is now live in UK and Europe. Some of you might have experienced having it given to you and then cruelly taken away at some point. There was a blip in the system where they put it up, they thought everything was fine, and then realized that it wasn't all fine, so they hurriedly took it down, but now it's up for good for you. North America, we do not have it yet, and it was scheduled to actually be released tomorrow, but that's not happening now. They're pushing it back. It's been postponed not only in North America, but also in Canada, Mexico, and Brazil. Reason being, quote, "An exceptional experience with the new store must be certain before a new launch date is announced." I mean, I'm totally fine with the PlayStation Store the way it is. It's a little bit clunky, the UI is a little weird, but I'm so used to it at this point that I'm fine with just waiting for something new, especially if they feel like there's a big enough issue that they're like, well, let's hold on a minute here. Those of you who are fans of Ed McMullen and Team Meat, you will be excited to hear that they are working on a new project. I was so jacked, so excited, and then got even more excited when I realized that the game has to do with cats. The game is called Mew-Genics, and we don't know anything about the game beyond an image that was posted that has silhouettes of children in the background and then a cat with a little mini kitten tumor coming out of it in the foreground. And of course, because of the art style, it's always going to be like a little bit adorable and a little bit creepy. I'm curious to know, just based on the name, if it's going to be a game kind of like Binding of Isaac in that the more you play, the more like malformed and grotesque you wind up becoming. But I mean, there are quotes going around that this is the strangest game they've worked on yet, which I find so hard to believe based on their other games. So I'm like, what is this game gonna be? I feel like it can't be anything that is obvious. Those of you who play Guild Wars 2, the biggest update yet, Shadow of the Mad King, is going live today. About the update, ArenaNet claims that there are 80 new pieces of content, and there's a 4-act story that will be running from October 22nd through the 31st. And of course, there will be Halloween themed, you know, decorations and SKUs on the crafting and all sorts of things like that. But I know that the Mad King was something that in the original Guild Wars, a lot of people really loved, and they're expecting a lot out of this. As a final bit of news, and of course it's always so fun to talk about the possibility of video game movies, but Assassin's Creed the movie is being discussed again. Ubisoft Motion Pictures finally has a partner company in New Regency Productions, which has done tons of great movies. Michael Fassbender is still a name that's being thrown around as possibly part of the project, but nothing is set in stone, obviously, so I wouldn't be surprised if the companies that are involved so far really would lose a lot of their interest if he wasn't involved. But again, these are such preliminary talks that we don't really know, like, how big of a budget they're getting. We don't know anything, really. None of the actors are set in stone, so it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And Blizzard, I'm still waiting for my World of Warcraft movie. My Sailor Moon-esque magical girl World of Warcraft movie. Where is it? Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing weekend. I hope that the beginning of your week goes great, and I will talk to you again on Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah. Hold on a minute here.